Hey. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another stream, another day in paradise. Yeah, how are we? How are we all doing? Bitcoin is getting a nice bounce on now, isn't it? It is getting a nice bounce on now. We are pumping back up after this very quick kind of liquidation cascade that we had, low time frame. Let me just check my trade. It's not doing too bad. 11.5% up on a Bitcoin long from when I put it in the Discord. Very nice. Let's hope it can continue. But yeah, hello and welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining me. It's great to have you here. And yeah, we are just kind of chilling around, aren't we? We came down again yesterday, and Bitcoin, as you can see, it's just chop. But we did have this very fast liquidation to the downside. Obviously, you can see we were just chopping away, and then we had this very quick $1,000 drop within a couple of minutes, and then we hung around there for, as you can see, 1 5-minute candle, And then what resulted was a massive candle back to the upside, completely eradicating that small downside move, and then obviously punting us up back towards here. So far, so good. Obviously, the key thing is to try and push back in towards this local resistance that we've got, push us away from here. So on that front, it is so far so good. And yeah, that's where we're up to with Bitcoin anyway. Obviously, the rest of the market we will go over, but as you can imagine, it is pretty much just following on from that. Oh, there's no thingo again. Yeah, there's no thingo again. Hang on. This happened yesterday as well. This happened yesterday. I don't know what the gig is. How annoying. Let me just mute that. Right. What I had to do yesterday was just close down Safari, so I'll go and do that again. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. Let me just close down Safari. That's done it 2 days in a row now. I do apologize about that. Two days in a row. That's done that now. Never done it before apart from yesterday. So let me try and load it back up. This worked yesterday, so let's see if it'll work again today. I think this worked yesterday. No. Come on. I'm gonna fall out with StreamYard very soon if this carries on. Yeah. I'm gonna fall out with StreamYard if this carries on. Hang on. I'm sure that's what I did yesterday. I just closed down. I tell you what. Let me just completely. It's like StreamYard and Safari aren't communicating to each other. Let me try and reload it. I'm gonna have to do a test from now on each time I load up the stream before we actually go live, that it will be working. Let me see if this has done the trick. Please. No. Bloody hell. Right, what we'll have to do is I'll just have to share my whole entire screen, I think. Let me just... this is so annoying. I do apologise about this. For everyone that's jumped in, this isn't the norm. This has just been happening the last 2 days, and it is incredibly, incredibly annoying. Let me try and reset this. No. Right, one more try of closing Safari down, and then I'll just have to share my entire screen, I think. But yeah, it's strange how it's just come out of nowhere. Right, one more go, and then I'll just get my entire screen on. I did actually fix the chair. Yeah, the chair has remained fixed since that day. You know, the chair has remained fixed since that day. Let's see. Are we on? No. Right. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll just share my full screen instead of the window. That on? Oh, are you joking? Try capturing a different screen if this continues. What is going on? Oh. What is going on? Right. So it won't share my screen, which means, I mean, what is going on at all? Let me try something else. Bear with me. What a calamity to a start of a stream. This. I hope you're enjoying the mess. Let me try one thing, and then otherwise I'll have to try and reboot the stream or something. Hang on. Has it fixed it? Please let. Yes, there we go. Right. I mean, for everyone that still stayed around, thank you very much. If you stayed around during that absolute calamity of a start, then thank you very much. But I've managed to get it going, so we're all good now. I'm gonna have to test it each day now before I actually load up the stream to see what's going on. But it's obviously no actual issue, because otherwise it wouldn't come on, would it? At all. It's obviously some sort of issue. I mean, yesterday I had to reload Safari, which fixed it. Today I just had to turn my system just completely on and off. So yeah, there seems to be a different issue each day. Anyway, let's go back and have a look to see. So we had Florin. What's first? Florin, thank you very much for joining. Afternoon to you. Nick, how we doing, mate? Marios, George, Scotty. Every time I see your name, I think of Scotty Too Hotty. Remember Scotty Too Hotty from WWE? Anyone remember that? Chilling around 110 to 112. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Trump is announcing something today. He is. So this is part of the show. Yeah. I think it's a. I'll confirm the time now. Did you get wrecked on a big dump the other day? No, I actually only had one leverage position open, Equinox, and that was the Asta trade. So I put in on Friday morning. I put in the Stonksy Discord that I was long in Asta, and it went up nicely. I think I got in from like 158, and I exited at like 180. So it went up quite nice, and then I closed. I think it was 80%, and I just left 20% as a runner, and just put the stop around break even, just to cover fees. And luckily, I did that. Otherwise, I would be sat in a nasty. I would have had a nasty stop loss. Yeah. Does your mate you was duo streaming with yesterday use this app? No, he uses Restream. Wiz uses Restream. Are we bullish? I'm feeling positive. Yeah, I'm feeling positive. I mean, I'm feeling like we could get a nice push up. Yeah. What's he announcing? We don't know yet, do we? We don't know, but I'm sure I'm sure other people know that will probably profit from it. Lucky bro, I was safe as well. Only had a 3x with a bunch of margin. Yeah, I mean, that is probably the first time where anyone on kind of like 2 to 3x. Normally, I would consider 2 to 3x very, very sensible. You can't really get much more sensible, can you, than 2 to 3x when you're dealing with leverage. But that was the first time, obviously. If you're on alts, if you're on Bitcoin, obviously you only ended up about 10% down, didn't you? Well, price down anyway, 10%. But that's the first time I think where alt, 2 to 3x has literally just been as unsafe as using 100x, 50x, 20x, whatever. Because literally no matter what the leverage you used, unless you obviously had cross open and your account managed to swallow it, which is equally as dangerous, in it, if not more dangerous, if it was eaten up into your whole account. That's the first time where 2 to 3x just hasn't been safe with that amount of time. Obviously, you can get liquidated / stopped out, whatever, using them. But normally, you'll have some warning, won't you? Things will enter a downtrend, whatever. That was literally just bang, done, over, killed. All positions dead. Crazy. I think that's probably the craziest flash crash we'll ever see. Because I don't, never seen something that quick, that fast before. You was on Sol. I think cross wiped a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous, isn't it? It's dangerous. I've never used cross. I've always used isolated because the maximum amount you're going to lose. But in that scenario, can you imagine, for instance, you had $1 million in your account and you'd worked for years, worked dead hard to do that, and you had $1 million in your account and you had a position open on cross and it just ate the whole account when, say, you were risking maybe like 5%, maybe even 10%, whatever, of the account. And then bang, blink of an eye, whole account gone. There's a guy on X called the White Whale. I'll show you him now. I don't know, maybe one of you follow him. I've mentioned him on here before. I don't know if I actually follow him on the Stonksy one or not. Follow him on my personal one. Yeah, this guy. He has been doing, was doing a goal to get to $100 million account on Hyperliquid. So doing it fully on chain, obviously full transparent. And he got to 98 million at one point. Didn't stop. Then I think he took some losses, and I think he said in total what he lost on the Friday flash crash was 68 million. 68 million. So yeah, that is obviously just how much some other people lost, and it just completely wiped him out from all that hard work that he'd done. So testament to him. He's restarted, and yeah. A lot of people wouldn't. Lots of grid bots got destroyed. Everything got destroyed, didn't it? Everything. Yeah, it's sad, that one, isn't it? It's sad, that story. Sad, man. But you just can't undo it, can you? It just can't be undone. It's physically impossible to undo it. So if you was taken out one of them big ones, you just have to try and just somehow, obviously, just try and get over it and start again or whatever. But I think it's obviously a big lesson for people in it, is whether you got hit hard or you didn't, is one, be very, very careful on cross, and two, obviously, be careful with your risk. But yeah, that's obviously we're up to a Bitcoin from here. Where are we going to go? I mean, we have this sort of line of we've got two of them, haven't we? We seem to be building these low time frame. Obviously, we came down and then we've just smashed into this one, around just above 113k. Then we come down and then we seem to have built another one. So these are acting like bloody Great Wall of China at the moment. But it should be really straightforward. Obviously, you get above here, we go up. Then either from there we'll fall off, or we get above there, and then it's up towards 116k. Then, so that's the upside, and it's just very easy. Downside, is obviously just that. Maybe come and fill this wick in. We still obviously haven't taken out, even on that drop from before. We haven't taken out the lows of the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, so we've not taken them out. So they remain untapped. So obviously they remain a possibility to get taken out. But yeah, just two key areas. Above here, we then come and test this where we rejected from. We get above there, then it's game on up towards 116k. We get above 116k all the way towards 121, in my opinion. So just level to level play. Yeah. So that's where we're up to with that. Just let me message Dean. Dean's coming on. I just messaged Dean. I think Dean is going to come on, which should be good. We normally discuss NFTs with him. Dungslung, how we doing? What are your thoughts on CZ and Binance? I don't really have many thoughts, to be honest. I don't really have many thoughts. I think it's nothing new. If nothing, I suppose it depends in what way you mean. I mean, there's kind of a bit of a manhunt out now, isn't there? A few different exchanges beefing, all that stuff. I mean, my opinion on it is, this is nothing new. This has gone on for years in the industry. Whatever it is, you believe to have been going on, whatever. And I don't really have any thoughts. Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts, to be honest, at all. What time is a Trumper man? I think, let me ask. I think it's meant to be 3 o'clock, so I think it's meant to be in an hour and a half, unless that was 3 o'clock US time. Let me see. Let me see. 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that is 7 o'clock UK time. Yeah, 5 hours ahead. Yeah, so 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Bloody hell. 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock. So we've got a good long while. A good long while. What is that? Is that 6.5 hours? Yeah, 6.5 hours from now. 32 watching, 8 likes. Is that right? Is that right? Say it isn't so. Oh, say it isn't so. Oh, it is. 35 watching and 9 likes. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Take a minute, scroll down, hit the like button. It does massively help out the stream. You probably don't realise how much it helps out the stream if you do like. So please do. There's loads of you that sat there not liking. It doesn't cost you anything, and it obviously helps me out. But yeah, 6.5 hours is the Trump announcement. Now, obviously, the discussion is, what do we think he's going to announce? I mean, it could be bloody anything, couldn't it? It literally could be anything. Do you think Sol has put in a local low? It all just depends on Bitcoin. I think literally just anything that you're looking at, whether it be Sol, ETH, whatever, pretty much any altcoin you're looking at on the market, it basically just matters what Bitcoin's going to do from here. Because obviously, if Bitcoin goes back down, they're going to crumble and they're just going to follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin takes off from here, or maybe hangs around and obviously takes off tonight with this Trump announcement or whatever, then obviously just even moving up to this level should see a nice push up on alts, and then obviously towards 116k or 120, 121 is obviously a really good time for alts in that scenario. So when you're judging your altcoin trades from here on out, basically you want to be looking at what Bitcoin's going to do and asking yourself, what do I think is Bitcoin going to do from here? Because that's just basically what's going to drive it, isn't it? Gold almost 30 trillion, insane, absolutely insane. The gold trade is unbelievable. What's your thoughts to see Bitcoin around 90k and alts pushing all-time highs? I can't see it. Can't see it at all. I can't see that happening in no entire imagination of mine, to be honest. I just can't see that as any sort of possibility. The possibility of alts pushing really well would be Bitcoin expansion towards like 130, 140, 150, and then start to range, and then obviously money flows out, Bitcoin into alts. That would be my my bullish scenario. I don't see. I mean, Bitcoin to 90k from here would be like a 20% drop ish. Alts, some alts would be hit probably 50% by that, if not more. So, yeah. You still believing in Asta? Yeah, I still think it will do well. Yeah, I still think it will do well. It just depends on what Bitcoin's going to do for me, innit? I did close my Asta trade, and I'm just long on Bitcoin now because it's just going to carry the market, innit? It's just going to carry the market. So basically, alt only moves separately when Bitcoin dominance drops. Yeah, basically, when Bitcoin dominance drops, because when Bitcoin dominance drops, that's obviously when you see ETH outperforming Bitcoin, which then obviously gives overall altcoin strength. But in the scenario where Bitcoin went to 90k, I could only see Bitcoin dominance really spiking up hard. And yeah, like even just on the way down there, I would think most alts will be hit anywhere between 30 and 50%. If Bitcoin drops 20%, ETH is easily doing 30, at least 30. So, you can only imagine what will happen to the lower ones. I'd be talking probably at least 50%. Again, it's just my opinion. Yeah, just my opinion. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? We are going to cover NFTs when SMFC joins. He is joining soon. So we're going to cover NFTs when he's on. But yeah, obviously Trump announcement is 8 o'clock UK time tonight. And yeah, what are we going to see? I mean, it'll be interesting if we have any sort of large wallet go one way or another, won't it, going into it? So, what we particularly want to watch is, oh, look at that. Pump fun on Fox News there. Look at that. How funny. What we want to watch for is obviously anything that may give us an indication. So I definitely do not condone the following of whales on chain. I definitely wouldn't do that personally, but it'll be interesting just to see going into it, a few hours into it, do we get some sort of crazy whale position open one way or another that gets it right again? I'm keen to see if that happens. China trade war. I mean, you would assume that's what it would be. Yeah, you would assume that's what it would be. Even 90k could push alt, and late 2026 Bitcoin moves to 130. No, I don't. In what are you judging that off, Il Bakers? I'm quite interested to know. I mean, what are you judging that off? Here's SMFC, here he is. But yeah, what are you judging that off? Like, why would you think that alts would push if Bitcoin dropped to 90k? I'll be honest, I don't understand. I'd love to hear your opinion though, and obviously how you've come to that conclusion, because it's interesting. But I mean, I just can't see anything other than altcoin obliteration if Bitcoin moved to 90k. Now, the second part, I do partially agree with you. This move could definitely maybe push into 2026 in terms of Bitcoin. But the first part, I just don't understand. We need Bitcoin DOM to be near at 80% before the drop, then alts can fly. Bloody hell, can you imagine what would happen to altcoins in that scenario? 80%. What do you think of the tariff whale opening shorts again? When? Has that already happened? I haven't even seen it. Is that the same one, though? Because there's a few different whales popping around now because everyone's obsessed with whales. Oh, look at Asta popping. Oh, look at that. God damn it. Should have gone long on Asta. I was looking at it down here as well. Should have gone long on Asta down there. Look at that for a move. Well, hey. But yeah. SMFC, how we doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well. I'm very well, thank you.
Very good, very good.
Cannot complain. But yeah, is it the same whale from on the China tariff day? Because there's a few different whales popping about, isn't there?
Let's have a look.
I don't know. Trade deal with China is my guess for announcement. The one you open trades right up until the announcement. So that one's open shorts again.
You did a short on Monday. Or Monday? Tuesday.
Have you got the wallet, have you? Yeah.
The wallet somewhere, yeah.
Some alts already look back to yeah. Some have, I mean, alts have been literally just hammered, haven't they? Alts have been absolutely hammered. But that's what they do before they get the push. Now the problem is obviously people have been waiting for what seems like forever for alts to push. But yeah, let's obviously move on. Now it will actually be interesting to see and hear if this whale has actually done anything. I've not seen anything. I thought it would have been bloody. Oh, there you go. That's why Asta's just pushed. Robinhood has listed Asta. There you go. There's the reason for the Asta push. Robinhood lists Asta. This candle will get retraced, won't it? You would imagine. News pumps always get retraced, but yeah, there you go. Robinhood has listed Asta. Quite a big move. Robinhood is just becoming the everything.
Do you use Robinhood? Have you ever used Robinhood?
Yeah. I don't use it to buy anything. I downloaded it, created an account, all that jazz. I did a little tiny bit of options trading with Wiz one time, but that's it. I buy all mine on Trading 212.
I quite like 212.
Yeah, I think it's great, isn't it? I actually
can't really go wrong with it.
I actually added to my S&P short ETF this morning. The Nvidia one.
Those ones. I don't think I've got the S&P one, but I've got Tesla, Palantir, and Nvidia open at the moment.
The Nvidia one is, well, it was anyway. I don't know if it still is. Let's see.
It was up pretty decently the other day.
Yeah, I think mine got up to like nearly 15% up.
Yeah, I looked yesterday. It was like 5% up.
Yeah, so Nvidia's bounced back a bit. I think my position's 9.5% up. Yeah, 9.5%.
Can't really complain, can you?
Well, I'm kind of like not even anywhere near. Well, not anywhere near. I'd probably say about a fifth actually filled on what I want to fill on it. Before looking like kind of being satisfied. I kind of sped it up when it went above 190 last week. So I'm kind of like a fifth of my ideal kind of value to have in it. So I kind of do want it to go back up as well, but then also I have a decent enough chunk in there to see, if it just absolutely collapsed from now, I would still be obviously quite satisfied. But yeah, I'm mainly doing that and just the S&P short ETF. So there's an S&P one. I think the S&P one's 5x as well, so it's obviously a bit more levered than the Nvidia one. Yeah, the S&P's a 5x short one, and that is under the ticker SSPY. So I've been buying some of that. I think you can get a 3x short one as well. If you want a bit less lev.
Yeah, all mine 3x short.
Yeah, I think
nice and safe.
Yeah. Well, there was actually loads of filings. That's something we could actually cover it as well today. I'll get that up. Some interesting ones. They might not pass because they seem like just utterly crazy. Are we bullish, boys? I'm favouring a bounce, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm favouring a bounce. Debbie Mastering, how are we doing? Rizzle says, are we bullish? I am feeling positive. Please do make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't. Let's see what we're doing. We're going to move on now as well. But if you do obviously have any questions, just pop in the chat. We're up to 21 likes, which is good, but still only around 50% like ratio. So if you haven't, scroll down, hit the like button. It does help out the stream massively. Bitman, yeah, we'll have a look at Bitman. Afternoon, Stonksy. So yeah, for those of you that missed it, the Trump announcement is 8 o'clock UK time tonight. So it's 8 o'clock UK time tonight for those that missed it. And let me know in the chat what your thoughts on it. Do you think it's going to be positive? Do you think it's going to be negative for the market? My gut feeling is that we are going to get a pump from it. What about you, Dean? What do you think?
Nah, nothing's gonna happen, is it?
So, well, yeah, I suppose it depends on what it is, doesn't it? It depends on what it is. Imagine if if he comes out and says, "I'm going to do 200% on China," then God knows.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny, to be fair.
God knows what will. God knows what is going to happen. But I also do think that Bitcoin is maybe positioning itself for one very good potential short squeeze. We haven't really had a proper short squeeze. Obviously, this I wouldn't count as a short squeeze. This is just natural movement of the market after such a big drop. And you can obviously see like prices just being held down. So I think there is the potential for, a mighty short squeeze if it's on the cards. That's for sure. But yeah, we'll see. I'm long Bitcoin, and my stop loss is 109k. So if anyone wants to monitor if I get stopped out today,
what's your entry?
Do you know what? And it was annoying because I literally entered like 10-15 minutes before we got that drop this morning. So my entry is 110,800-ish. I'm not sure the precise digit. Yeah, I'm in profit, but then literally like 15-20 minutes later, we got that drop down towards 109,500-ish. I was like, oh, again. But yeah, luckily I didn't get stopped out. My main concern was going to be, I'm going to be stopped out on this already. But yeah, I didn't. So could have got a better entry, but who cares? In hindsight, it probably won't matter if we gig a pump. So yeah, let's be having it. Anyway, let's move on. We've covered, obviously, the Trump announcement. We've covered what Bitcoin is doing. So we are going to move on to, we're going to do NFTs. So if you've got any favorite NFTs, let us know in the chat. But we're going to move on to CZ. So there is still some kind of light beefing between Coinbase and Binance, I think, because obviously Justin Sun's getting involved there on the timeline. And then obviously CZ has come back and says, moreover, I would urge Coinbase to list more BNB projects. Binance has listed several base projects. Don't think Coinbase has listed a single BNB project yet. So he's kind of coming back, isn't he, with some kind of light form of beef, a little bit. I think, I don't know about you, but I think it's just a bit strange that obviously we had that kind of beefing between, I don't know whether it was base people or actual Coinbase people, whatever, and CZ / Binance and BNB people the other day. My charge has just come out. And then literally, what was it, the same day or day later, Coinbase and lists BNB. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Given obviously how long Coinbase has gone without listing BNB, and then just all of a sudden, yeah, okay, we'll list BNB now. What do you think about that?
I don't really get it.
Why now?
I understand exactly why they're not listing each other's projects. I understand exactly why they're not listing each other's, stuff. So
Yeah.
just leave it. It's pointless.
Yeah.
If you want to buy BNB, go on Binance. If you want to buy, I don't know, base stuff, go on Coinbase.
Yeah. I mean, it's a strange time to list it for sure, but I mean, more feel probably Coinbase because they could have made so much on fees on BNB by now. Can you imagine? Because 100%. I bought some BNB, during that BNB mania and stuff. What I had to do was I had to send money onto the Coinbase, then send that money to BLOFIN to buy BNB to then withdraw it to Trust Wallet, which was just an absolute mess around and just so many steps, It took me a good solid 10 minutes where obviously Coinbase has just missed out on all them fees. So yeah, but there still seems to be a bit of light-hearted beef going on between Coinbase and CZ / Binance, but I don't think it will turn into anything major. I think, Binance would probably be a bit foolish to try and go after Coinbase, with obviously Coinbase just being in bed with the US as a whole.
As an industry, there's enough room for both of them to function. So why would they need to have any beef at all?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
Probably just marketing, isn't it?
It's marketing, and it's probably out of anger as well. Just anger towards obviously what happened on Friday. I would assume. Just pure, anger. But there we go. Market will move on, and that's pretty much that. We'll have a little light cover of the news, and then we will go on to the NFT section, because I've been looking forward to this, because I don't ever look at NFTs unless you're on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see, what have we got? Anything of late? Anything? Anything? Have you seen anything today?
Whoa, news-wise.
Yeah, I suppose the Trump family have got $1 billion in crypto apparently. So, in my opinion, you could probably times that by 3, maybe times it by 2. I seen. Obviously, Barron has been listed in Forbes, and he is having 80 million. He's got to have more than 80 million now, surely. So I assume probably this is.
Oh, he's just paid for Forbes to write that about him.
Yeah, maybe. But I assume that this is an understatement for sure. But yeah, I mean, they will have probably had their best, maybe their best year ever in terms of making money. I would assume so. But yeah, there's that. Apart from that, there's nothing really much going on, is there? Apart from that,
James Wynn got liquidated again.
Oh yes, he did, didn't he? That'll be on CSE, won't it? That is published on the CSE site. I'll go pull that up. Hang on. I'm scared to turn my screen off in case it don't come back on again. Let's see. Please come back on. Tell me that it's come back on. Yeah, there we go. So where is it? Here. High leverage trader James Wynn liquidated again. He lost another 4.8 million after being liquidated on Hyperliquid. Crazy, isn't it? I just find it crazy that
he just throws money at stuff.
Do you know what
this year now?
I don't know, loads. Do you know what I also think though? I do think there is a big part of it where crypto kind of leads you to forgetting the actual value of money and stuff. I think it kind of warps your mind into thinking, when you go on holiday and you have like euros or dollars or whatever type of currency, and you spend it like it's monopoly money because it doesn't feel real. I think there's an element of that with crypto where it just doesn't feel real because it's not like in your bank or it's not in your hand or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. It's easier to spend money on a card than it is cash, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think because of obviously how easy it is to just play around with leverage and play around with trading and futures and everything, I think there's definitely a part where people just kind of forget the actual real value. I mean, he lost that, just obviously just on a screen and stuff, but then you take 4.8 million into a bank, what you can basically do anything you want, can't you, within reason? Like, I think like there's the actual monetary value and the value of the money is kind of forgotten about when it's crypto, because we just have obviously just high volatility, endless ways to gamble with it or trade with it or do whatever. It's just it's wild. But yeah, that is crazy. He's definitely a gambling addict, isn't he?
100%.
Thoughts on ETH? We'll cover ETH when we go back to the charts. Yeah, for sure. Both exchanges got found, put on that calibrated drop, and they caused this side story to deflect. How much are the board and mutant apes sitting at?
I had looked before I came on. You can get a mutant for just above 1 ETH.
Can you?
Board is 7.82 at the moment. ETH.
Let's see what we've been looking at. So, continue. Let's see. Let's cover. If you do have any NFT collections you want us to cover, let us know. God, these have plummeted, haven't they?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
stop going down.
This is one thing you can comfortably say is never going back to its all-time high. Surely not.
Where's the all-time high?
500 grand. It went to $500,000.
That's disgusting.
I mean, what is that in terms of dollar value now? Will it say 31 grand, which is obviously still a lot of money. You know, it's still a huge amount of money, but that is just crazy, isn't it? Like, that is wild. You just can't believe it, can you? I mean, let's have a look at this one, for example. If we look at the price history of it, will it show that
Go
far?
on activity at top tab. Scroll up. There we go.
Activity. So this was minted
Ooh,
4
that
years
one's
ago.
didn't it?
Yeah. And then it actually sat there for 4 years. And then I'm guessing they sold it for whatever.
Wow. Do you see how many Bored Apes that wallet's held?
Oh, yeah, look at that, 80. They're basically just a big Bored Ape ecosystem bull, aren't they? They've got 1,163 other deeds and 31 mutant apes.
You gonna make an offer?
What's crazy on that is this guy literally held that for the whole of the up and the back down.
If he's held that many, he almost certainly just sold other ones.
That's not him, though, is it? Like, I don't. Is that's not him, is it? I don't think, because obviously this was minted by this JRNY crypto, and then that is from that one. I don't know. I don't know.
He might have transferred it.
Yeah, maybe he transferred it or something. But yeah, crazy. I mean, that was its first sale, you know, after like 4 years or whatever. So yeah, mutant apes are up to 1.2. So that's obviously around, you know, $4,800 ish, isn't it? But again, I just don't know. Like, personally, if you're gonna have NFT risk exposure, you could obviously choose to go this route. But I just think art is just like a nice one, isn't it? You know, I think we always look at art, don't we, when we look at NFT?
Yeah, then you can stick them on a frame and they're nice to look at. And even if it goes to zero, you've got a nice thing to look at.
Yeah,
I do not want to look at
these ones are crazy. These hype ones, these hypers. These ones, I think, are very... Yeah, so these are $62,000 floor. These hypers. And they're just cats. They're just hyper liquid cats. There's not that many of them either. There is only 4,600.
I mean, that's still quite a lot.
Yeah. But let's see if we go on. I can't even remember how to use OpenSea, to be fair. How do we see on what ones have sold? Where do we go? Where do we go on that? To see activity.
Insights, top right.
Sale. Yeah, so this one sold 9 minutes ago for $47,000. Crazy. The other one that obviously is a big favourite is Pudgy Penguins, isn't it?
Are they still doing all right?
These are $31,000, so basically the same as a Bored Ape. Yeah. So they're doing that one's cool. I like that one with the afro. That is.
You gonna buy it?
No. No. I like. If anyone has any that you want us to look at, let us know. But I like this one still. This one, do you remember this one? This one was so cheap that time we looked at it. I think it was like $2,000. So it's up obviously more. But
they were above an ETH last time we looked at them.
Yeah, they're really nice ones. Them. So yeah, imagine making 200. Yeah, crazy. Doodles are still going pretty well. The Doodles token, the Doodles coin did really well, didn't it? Because it got listed on Upbit last week.
What's the point of that token?
I don't know. Probably the same as what is the point of the Pengu token. Innit? What's the point of the Yazuki token? Yeah, Doodles doing quite well. You know, they're hanging around.
Them.
These ones, these are the kind of the ones that I remember. obviously back from like 2021, 2022. And obviously these went to a massive floor as well, like just insane. That I actually think that might be like the biggest bubble thing ever in crypto.
I don't know about that. In crypto, yeah, but tulips is way bigger.
Yeah, like relative to obviously like where they are now. Like obviously memes have had an explosive run, but like memes are still like, you know, there's still plenty of high value and stuff. It's just crazy, isn't it? What's happened to NFTs? But yeah, I don't really look at them too much anymore. And if I was to hold an NFT, what would I buy? I think I probably would just buy art, to be honest. I don't know what the best art NFTs are. Can you search by category? Collections?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, art. Now, the problem is we don't...
a goat cult. That's a bit mad.
Yeah, we don't want any of them ones, do we? We want kind of like something that's good. So a floor price of minimum, let's say like a quarter of an ETH. So obviously these are just the ones on ETH. Let's see, what have we got? You got Quine by Lava Labs. X copies. Chromie Squiggle. They were
worth a lot, weren't they?
Yeah, they was worth a huge amount. There's the currency that we looked at then. Yeah, that one looks they look quite nice. They look kind of like Fidenzas.
Oh, what's a Fidenza at the moment?
Let's see. 32 ETH. Still very, very expensive. Very. What about a Ringer? 10 ETH. These are kind of like the top two. Back in the day was these and Fidenzas.
I swear they sold for more, like a lot more than that though.
Yeah. And that's still like $40,000, isn't it? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I think I've seen a lot of like kind of resurrection on OpenSea. I believe like there's been kind of a lot of resurrection on it, hasn't there? I think they're trying to do a lot of stuff with it now. I think so.
Yeah, I don't tend to hear very much about it.
Yeah, kind of trying to bring it back. Bitcoin is the king, just buy and hold. Well, you can't go wrong with a Bitcoin strategy, can you? You can't go wrong with a Bitcoin strategy. What is the it got in my head then because I want to know. Obviously we've had the Pengu token do well. Then we've obviously had the Doodles token do well. God, look at the Azuki one. Holy cow. That is just utterly... Look at the sell-off on that thing.
It is disgusting.
Look at that. How is Azuki's doing?
Presumably not very well.
1.45 ETH. So not terrible. Yeah, not terrible. That is, yeah, that token is just... I mean, that is another one that literally nearly went to zero. That is literally nearly went to zero. I believe
imagine the short on that.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Binance one's still there on TradingView. I think they've been trying to rub out some of them wicks, haven't they, Binance? They've been trying to rub out some of the wicks. But yeah, that's what we're up to. So what I'll do now is, I think that's enough NFTs. How's Bored Ape Yacht Club doing? They are at just under 80 floor. So around 30k. What I'll do is we'll move on from NFTs now. And I will get the poll up for US Open. So get your vote in. I think today's a bit of a mixed one, in it, because we are currently pressing resistance, but we have also this morning been down and tested demand down here. So it's in a bit of a funny spot, really, where we could obviously just smash above resistance and come up towards here, or obviously just have another US Open dump. So do get your vote in on that. Again, if you haven't liked, drop a like. And if you do want to come and trade with us, and you want to trade anywhere, we are on the non-KYC exchange BLOFIN. So that is in the description, but I will also pin it in the chat. Come and create your account if you haven't. Come sign up to BLOFIN. It's a fantastic exchange. Like I said, it's non-KYC. And yeah, they leave you alone quite nicely. And it's just a great exchange overall. How do you delete a wick? You literally just change the chart, don't you? I mean, at the end of the day, it's their exchange. So you just go on the exchange and just rub it out and just put it to a different point. It doesn't seem to have transpired over to Binance yet. To TradingView yet. But I believe actually on the Binance like exchange, if you go on the Atom one, it doesn't actually say 0 anymore. But yeah, I've got it documented anyway on a YouTube short that it actually went to 0. So the evidence is there forever. Yeah, the evidence is there forever now. But yeah, that's where we are up to with that. I believe actually, let's see. I think Ross said to cover some Nomu NFT or something, didn't they? What are they called? What are they called, Dean? Do you remember? Nomu NFT. I don't know. I can't remember. Asta's doing quite well. I'm annoyed that I didn't go and long it down here again. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't go and long it down here. Yeah, how annoying. But there we go. We win some, lose some. Hopefully the Bitcoin long can deliver the goods. Where do you lads think Bitcoin will be in 2030? Oh, bloody hell. Do you know what? I don't really try and concern myself with stuff like that because it's just pure guesswork, innit? I mean, you've got people that will say 1 million. You've got people that would say 500,000. Ultimately, we've not even, in my opinion, seen it top out this cycle. If I had to say, we're in 5 years' time from here, 5 years from here, or, you know, obviously, say if you're just coming into 2030, so like just over 4, I would say, and again, it's literally just pure guesswork, innit? But I would say anywhere between kind of like 250,000 to 500,000. And again, that's just a wide bracket in it. It's just a really wide bracket, but that's what I would guess anyway. Because I think come that time we'll have been through, you know, another downward spiral. The stock market should have been through its bear market, hopefully. But I don't know. Anything can happen, doesn't it? Anything could happen. We could have. I think people also forget, like, markets could stay stagnant for ages, couldn't they? You know, we've really ever yet to see Bitcoin have like a couple of years of just kind of depression, which obviously the stock market has been through. And again, I don't know whether we get that or not, but it's obviously, you know, maybe on the table potentially. It's so hard to say, isn't it? It's so hard to say. We are only 3 weeks away from the 4-year anniversary of last cycle's peak. People were paying 30k for a monkey picture then. Now Bitcoin is only up 5% year to date. Yeah, the disparity between this cycle and last cycle is crazy, isn't it? Down it.
Well, back now. Apologies, Dave. I was just filling out another mortgage application.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Where do you think Bitcoin will be in 2030? Says Gundog.
2030?
Yeah.
How long's a piece of string?
Well, listen, I just kind of guessed like 250,000 to 500,000.
Yeah, I reckon that's reasonable. I mean, it's going to go up, innit? But is it going to go up? Maybe it will go up.
Well,
2030, that's roughly 4 years' time. So that's going to be the end of the next bear market, provided we hit 4-year cycles continually. So it's going to be on a downtrend. So maybe it'd be like 130.
Would it not be coming towards the top?
Well, now if it's 4 years from here, it's 2025, isn't it now? So that means it'd be 2029. So imagine it goes down next year. I suppose it'd be, depends what part of 2030 you're on about, doesn't it?
Yeah, if it's the start or the end.
If it's the start, I'd say it's going to be higher. If it's the end, it's a 250 to 130, be my guess.
Yeah.
But don't take that to the bank.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea.
Someone once asked the TA, sure. I mean, really, the levels of that we were looking at last time are still fine to use. So basically, these are just kind of the Aster levels that I'm looking at. Obviously, to the downside, we've got a mixture of demand down here. Basically, demand kind of runs down from 115 and above, doesn't it? We've just kind of building like a bit of a wide range here, but resistance is here. So again, this is just easy. You can see just very clearly. So obviously you've got up here. Then if you get above here, you get, we're looking for probably a run in towards 175. Then you get above here, looking for a run in towards 212ish, and then you get above there. Now, crucially, it's the 4-hour time frame for that level, because while we've popped over it on the 1 hour, as you can see and stuff like that, on the 4 hour, we never closed above. It just kept hitting its head on there. And then 4 hour above there, and then in towards the highs. Then it's just level to level play, quite easy, quite straightforward. But it seems to have obviously had a good reception to that Robinhood listing. So it's doing quite well on the back of that, and I'm a bit salty because I didn't relong it, which is annoying a bit because it looks like maybe it's going to go up from here. But yeah, I think just level to level play from there. Obviously catching its head on here, but once we regain that, it's just into the same old levels that we were looking at last week and week before. So yeah, very straightforward, very straightforward. Do you think Bitcoin will top this year, or that there could be an extended cycle? Extended cycle could mean anything, like 2 months or 2 years. I mean, that's a very good question, isn't it? It's a very good question. Personally, I am not too kind of thrilled or like the idea of holding beyond Q4. So personally, it will be done for me, no matter what, in Q4.
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, I said that last year, and I actually did. I really fucked myself over last year, because if I'd have just stuck with the plan, I'd have come out a lot better at the back end of last year, instead of obviously, with what happened going into the new year and throughout that. I would have been in a much better position had I just stuck to my guns and just sold, and then obviously, the rest is history. So I am determined to just stick with my guns this time, and whatever will be, will be. Yeah, I'm not too kind of thrilled about holding into next year. Now, obviously, if it carried on up, I would be more than happy to, to trade it and, carry on trading it in a trading aspect. But it's possible. I mean, it's possible that, it could have a good run in Q1 into Q2, maybe. But I think it largely depends on what position the stock market is in come that point as well. I think it will largely depend on what position the stock market is. TY and Astor, yeah. That's what's caused the pump. That's what's caused the pump. The listing on Robinhood. Mate, just play it by ear. Don't commit to anything till there's something new to commit to.
If you're not going with a plan, then you're.
No, yeah, I think it's always
best with your emotions.
Yeah,
always have a plan.
You're at the mercy of euphoria, fear, all that stuff, aren't you? Then, I think it's always just better to go with a plan, and then, if it ends up being wrong or whatever, then, so be it. You went with your plan. But like last year's a good example. I had a plan and I didn't stick with it, and then obviously we just got a horrendous downturn in the market, didn't we? And again, you know, it could have sold and it could have carried on up. But when you're going with your own plan and you're going with, you know, what you think, you can only then obviously just look at your decision making and stuff, can't you? And again, you know, if you sell in profit, then it's still a bonus. You know, I think as long as you're selling in profit, then it's still a massive bonus as opposed to selling in a negative or holding something all the way down in it. But that's just what I'll be doing. Yeah, that's just what I'll be doing. I went to buy a fat chunk of silver till I saw the VAT bill. This country taxes you on every precious metal but not gold. Is that true? I didn't know that. But they will store it for you exempt from tax. What a con. What, so if you want to like buy it and take it home with you, you have to pay VAT. But if you buy it and say, okay, you can custody it for me, then it's VAT free. Is that right? That is scandalous if true. Apex is having a good bloody hell. Look at that from Apex. Christ. I was looking at this morning as well. This obviously.
That's another one you missed out on.
Yeah, the Bybit's platform. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about the look of it. I mean, we've technically rejected there again, haven't we, on the last hourly candle? We've technically rejected again, so I'm not too sure about it. Let's take a look at ETH, shall we? I mean, again, you know, these are all just kind of just feeling themselves out. You always get this, don't you? After a big massive move, you always get consolidation. What I will say on ETH is, obviously, it's formed some decent demand down here, but it is compressing quite nicely. As you can see, like the moves are getting smaller and the compression's getting bigger. If you wanted to add like some sort of pennant on there, I'm sure you could, or, you know, some sort of just symmetrical triangle. You know, if you wanted to draw something like this, and then something like this, you know, you could easily do that if you wanted to, just show compression. But it's basically just volatility contraction. That's basically what it is. Just got volatility contraction on ETH, and, you know, it's going to go one way or another. And maybe we've got that on Bitcoin, actually, looking on the 4 hour. Let's see. No, see, Bitcoin looks a whole lot different. And you can actually see across ETH.
Very different.
Yeah, you can actually see across ETH and other altcoins, you know, like there's Sol, there's XRP. They've actually held up better than Bitcoin. You know, you look at Bitcoin, it's basically very close to pressing its lows in it that were formed, you know, from Saturday onwards. Where you look at ETH,
what's ETH Bitcoin look like?
Slight uptrend. Yes, slight push up. So that's obviously fueling the strength as opposed to, you know, Bitcoin falling off. But you can see this, I think, across basically most altcoins. Most altcoins are actually holding up a little bit better than Bitcoin. Obviously, you've got the slight anomaly, Litecoin there, which basically has not really moved at all. But in general, obviously, most altcoins are higher up and away from their kind of like weekend lows, which is
could that be because they didn't go down as far?
What do you mean?
Well, Bitcoin didn't go down as far as what altcoins did.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's got less to recover because it was higher up anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. There's definitely an optic on that for sure. Yeah, I mean, it didn't get smashed anywhere near as much, did it? Which leads to, you know, altcoins obviously had a great push up. But I mean, look at that on the 4 hour. Just the constant absorption we've got here and here. So someone is obviously walking this down and then looking to keep it down, because there's obviously been a big lid capped at 116k, then above 113k, then here. So there's a strong lid being put on Bitcoin at the moment. But yeah, what we're going to do is, oh yes, that's correct. Well, I mean, at least you got one way of getting around the VAT, I suppose. So then if you want to sell it, do you have to pay some sort of thing, or is that then just, it's literally just if they hold it for you, you don't have to pay VAT? How's Pump looking? We'll have a look at Pump in a minute. What I'm going to do is just going to go to the toilet because we are coming into USO. We've got 20 minutes to go. So I'm going to run to the toilet. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Dean, if you want to chill out and go to the toilet or grab a drink or anything.
I'm going to get a coffee.
Yeah, make sure you drop a like. Make sure, if you aren't already, sign up to BLOFIN. It is first link in the description and pinned in the chat. You can create an account by the time we get back for sure. And, you know, if you need a drink yourself or if you need the toilet, whatever, go and do that, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll obviously have US Open coming at us soon, and we'll go and look at some more of the market like Pump, and we'll look at some other altcoins and all that jazz. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Right, we are back. How are we all doing? We are back. We are back. Yeah, so let's see what we've got on the poll. If you haven't voted on the poll, you've got a couple more minutes to do so, and then I'll close it out. But currently, Up is winning.
Have you voted?
No, I can't vote unless I jump on my phone or something.
Yeah, jump on your phone. We get an extra viewer if you do that.
Let's see. Let's jump on.
I've got it on my iPad. I've voted.
Have you?
Yeah, I went up.
Did you?
Well, I'd like it to go up. I've got a long open.
You know what? There we go. I voted up as well. There we go.
Good. The more we will it to go up, the more likely it is to go up. I think. And I'm fairly sure that's how it works.
Yeah. Or it just counter trades us, and we just get completely blown out.
Oh, I'd really rather it didn't.
So let's have a look at Pump Fun. Let's have a look at Pump. And again, a lot of these charts will look very, very similar. You know, they might not look exactly the same, but again, Pump, it's just kind of hanging around this
candle in it. That.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bullish candle. You know, that shows really good selling absorption. So, you know, buyers have stepped into the market there big time.
Where did it go down to on Friday?
It went down to like 1.5, I think. Yeah. Ish, yeah.
Did you try trade any of it?
I missed it. I was asleep. Oh, you should have seen the confusion on my face, right? So I went to bed and Bitcoin was like 117k around, maybe towards 118. I can't remember. I woke up and checked my phone and went on TradingView. Bitcoin 112k. So I was like, whoa, like that's a big dump, you know, but that's a big dump. And then I opened the chart and I seen 102k and I was like, whoa, what has happened? And then I went and looked at altcoins and I honestly, part of me thought I was still dreaming. Like I thought, what is going on here? So I missed it all completely. I went to bed at like 9:30 or something and just missed the chaos.
You missed out. I was sat in a pub in Shoreditch, sort of semi-signaled. So I get one order put on for a trade, and it wouldn't hit. But I didn't know if it was not hitting because like I had no signal or exchanges were completely buggered. But nothing hit, and then I hit that ETH trade at 3.5, and I've just held it since.
Oh, nice. Did you manage to buy any spots or anything?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing was working. So I think it was just the exchanges, but
yeah, it was. Yeah. I don't think you could open any perps positions at all. Spot was okay.
Still
I think
fun to watch, but
yeah, I think Spot was all right. But yeah, perps was like almost impossible. I believe, wasn't it, to try and get something on? I mean, that is
the ETH 5.35 order took hours for it to like actually appear in the app.
Did it?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah, I bet it was nice seeing that. I mean, it's definitely the single biggest liquidation of altcoins that we've ever seen in terms of how fast. I mean, you know, in bear markets, things go down like 80-90%, but not within like 10-15 minutes. Like, it's just utterly crazy, isn't it? You know, anything minus ETH, Sol, XRP. I mean, even XRP, I think got hit like 50%, didn't it? But you know, basically anything outside of Sol, ETH, and BNB, everything was just completely smashed, like 50% all the way to like 80-90%. Just absolutely unbelievable. Gold continues to rip. This thing is just wild, isn't it?
I am loving gold.
Yeah, and
loving gold.
At the point of as well is, at what point does it become a real concern for people just how much gold is ripping?
Actually, I'm up 40% on my gold at the moment, and that's just spot.
Really?
Yeah.
It's insane, isn't it? But this thing, as we know, markets are forward-looking, aren't they? You know, markets move ahead of time. They don't react to, like, obviously they react to news coming out and stuff like that, but they are forward-looking. You know, the markets are looking at maybe what is going on in the world in 6 months' time or whatever. There must be some concern growing now as to what is going on with this and what may be coming in the next like 6 months, year or so.
Yeah, who's buying it?
Because to move gold this much, so that has moved 25% since mid to late August, which is only
55% in a year.
Yeah, it's only a month and a half ago. And you think about it now, basically gold is at 30 trillion now, basically. So it's a huge amount of money to be coming in to move this another 2, 5, 10%, you know, all the way to 5k is obviously if this is at 30 trillion, and that's another 18%, you know, that's another $6 trillion on its market cap at that point, if it gets to 5k. So it's a huge amount of money that's being poured into it. So I think the question's got to be asked of what is maybe like got to happen within the next like 6 to 12 months that is causing people to just pile into gold.
Get your tin hat on. What's going to happen?
Well, I just think it'll just be the macro turn in the S&P. I think I think this is just maybe stock market profits rolling into gold.
You reckon that is it? That's not very conspiratorial.
No, well, I can't think of anything else. I mean, what else could you think of? Like, I don't think something like World War III is going to happen. I mean, what would you?
There was a study done by an Irish university, and it said in the weeks after economic crisis, gold goes up like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So economic crisis, but you'd think it'd go up after, unless people's front running a study.
It's probably
on economic crisis.
It's probably the front running. I saw a picture yesterday. There was a huge queue outside like a real gold shop in Hong Kong of people just waiting in line to buy gold. It's crazy. Have you seen the 500% US tariffs on China for purchasing Russian oil? Is this new news? I don't know, Andrew, to be honest. Bitcoin doesn't look like it's moved down that much, if anything. It's back down towards 111, but we was at like 111.23 or something. So I don't know, is the honest answer. Oh, hang on. I don't know. Are we accelerating down a bit? We have dropped a fair bit, a little bit more, to be fair. So maybe. Bitcoin at a third of that will be $500k. I think that the main problem for Bitcoin is that it just doesn't trade like gold, does it? Like, it just doesn't. You know, you've got all this money being poured into gold. Bitcoin is just stood still. Bitcoin is still very much like a risk-off asset, so very similar to stocks and the S&P and indices on that front, because there's not money pouring into Bitcoin. You know, we're literally just not moving, are we? Where the risk money is being poured into gold, which is evident. So I think that's the thing.
There's only one way to change that. That you just need Bitcoin to get older.
Yeah, it will just come with time. But you know, it's very much still a risk-off asset. Where, you know, as soon as the market goes risk-off, you know, Bitcoin drops. We don't get a scenario, do we, where something really bad happens and Bitcoin pumps? It just goes down.
It did that when Ukraine was invaded by Russia, didn't it?
It dropped. I remember that well, actually, because I was in Newcastle for the weekend. So it dropped initially. And then it just had a giga pump like a couple days after or something. So I think it dropped. I'm pretty sure it dropped initially, and then like maybe the day after or a couple days after, whatever. I remember in one day Bitcoin was up like 12% or something.
Yeah, I sold some shortly before that. I was really annoyed.
But that's the thing, innit? In like the initial announcement and the initial thing, it will drop where gold will spike. So, like, in my opinion, anyway, it still trades like a risk-off asset, very similar to stocks. But over time, it will just come with age, because also exchanges will just use events like that to liquidate people, won't they? So, you know, it's it will just come with age. It's the end of the world, and I feel it. Scotty's there. You know that Homer meme where he's got that thing on and he's ringing the bell. That's Scotty right now. Scotty's walking around. It's the end of the world. Ding, 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 ding.
I don't think it's the end of the world.
No, I think it's probably just economic collapse. Just like maybe just collapsing the bond.
It's not the end of the world. It's just economic collapse.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of would be the end of the world.
Well, we've seen it before, haven't we?
We saw economic crisis. We never saw economic collapse.
Yeah, true. Well,
economic collapse would be like the dollar falling apart.
Well, our ETF shorts would print so hard. Can you imagine?
They wouldn't, though, because there'd be no money for them to print into. That'd be economic collapse.
There would, because ours is actually measured in pounds for them. So we're okay.
But if one currency falls, they're all going to fall.
Yeah, but
It undermines.
if the dollar started collapsing, would the pound just not gain strength on the dollar then?
That is a really interesting question.
Maybe in like the scenario of, let's ask Grok. Shall we ask Grok?
That's a good idea.
Let's see.
Do you mean GBP?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see what it will do. Oh, I hate it when it does this. I should have said summarize at the end. It gives you this massive essay, doesn't it? Oh, so apparently, yes, the Great British Pound would gain strength against the USD. The exchange rate would surge.
Oh, there you go. Long-term global recession could weaken GBP too.
Yeah.
So everybody be fucked.
Yeah. And now, the interesting thing for that is, now, what you would say in that, now this is a really good discussion point, is because you would say, oh, well, you just buy Bitcoin. But what would happen to the crypto market? Because basically everything is propped up on Tether and USDC in it. Like, there would be nothing to buy into.
Would not the native currencies then become the things that prop it up? If your currency starts hyperinflating, the assets that you buy with that currency go up in value relative to that currency. So Ethereum would just go up in value. So it would wipe out USDC, it would wipe out USDT, and it would be a completely free market of native assets which would hold the value.
Yeah, but what would you buy with it? How would you buy them?
What do you mean, what would you buy with it? If you kept your money in USDC, your money would be worthless.
Yeah.
So you'd have to buy Bitcoin. So Bitcoin would get pumped.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? But then, so that would maybe be like for the first instinct and the first reaction, wouldn't it? But then as soon as like Tether and USDC,
they'd bring out some sort of other tethered asset that's in the real world. So like, let's say the yuan stayed good. They'd use that, just tether it to that, or the euro, or gold, or whatever it would be.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be carnage for the first period of time.
Yeah, be crazy. I always think it's like interesting in that because it's basically like just dropping a grenade into the market and just watching it, just seeing what happens, isn't it? Did you see yesterday the US is buying 40 billion Argentine pesos to bail him out? No, I didn't. But he's very pally, isn't he, with that President Trump's very pally.
Yeah, Milai.
Yeah, he's very pally with him.
He's weird looking, isn't he? He looks like a Wolverine.
He looks like some guy that you'd see in a pub on a Friday that's like finished early from work and he's just been in the pub all night and he's just absolutely hammered. Like, that's what he looks like. Just some guy you'd think like he's just been sat at the bar just drinking all afternoon. That's what he looks like to me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see that.
Right, let's close out the poll. So it's actually, it's come down a bit closer together at 59% for up. For anyone that missed it, the Trump announcement is 8 o'clock tonight, UK time. So in 5.5 hours from now, if you did want to know, if you're in a different time zone, 5.5 hours from now is this Trump announcement for whatever we're going to get. In the meantime, we have got US market coming in 5 seconds. So brace yourselves and let's see what we are going to get from here on out. And there we go. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Nvidia opened up and then it's come back down. So this happened yesterday though with Nvidia. Look, it opened up nearly 185 and then just crumbled throughout the rest of the day.
I did have a look just now. I'm up 7% on that short, but I am not anymore.
Oh, so you've got, so your entry, because I've kind of figured out my entry. I think my entry is like in between 188 and 189 in terms of the Nvidia chart.
Shall I have a look at mine?
Because obviously it will tell you what you're in it on the ETF, but I don't think it tells you what you're in it in relative to the actual Nvidia chart. So
No,
the other day when I went to like break even, I made a mental note of, okay, this is roughly my entry compared to the Nvidia chart.
Okay, I'm up 7%, and my average price is £2.80.
Let's see what mine is. Let's see. So my average price is £2.73, and I'm up 10%.
Well done, you've beaten me.
Yeah, and my S&P is minus 1%. My average entry on the 5x short S&P is 30 pence. 30.2p actually.
Which one have you got?
The SSPY.
SSPY.
Yeah. But we are open on Bitcoin and we are going back up. Howdy, Steve-O. What's good, mate? What's good? What's he talking about? Who, me? We were just talking about Nvidia and S&P 500 short ETFs. But we are pumping up on Bitcoin now. We have got a nice, exciting open. That one was great the other day. I think it was Monday. We had like a 1K surge within the first minute or two of US Open. It was great.
Nice. That's fun. Can't complain.
And then it just sold off.
Can't complain.
Yeah. Typical. But the watch list is looking nice today. Lots of green. OM is minus 5%.
Has that not died yet?
Not yet, but it must be very close. Because it's now down
12 cents.
Yeah, crazy.
Good God.
To think that thing was $8 at some point this year is wild, isn't it?
It's insane.
Like, that thing was $8 at one point.
I've still got 200 of them.
Have you?
Yeah, I should have sold it, shouldn't I?
Well, there you go, yeah. Should have.
Oh, well.
It's all right saying that now, isn't it? What else is looking fruity today? Borg's doing well. CWT is up 6%. Privacy coins are still doing all right. I think they're just kind of hanging around, aren't they? Let's see on the 1 hour. Yeah, so they just seem to be in consolidation now, which is no surprise given, the speed at which they've gone up. Zen, yeah. All doing quite, just consolidating. You can see the volatility contraction on this though as well, with, the moves getting smaller, price coming into a point of finality, equilibrium. Dash up 6%. This thing has done great, hasn't it? This 4 continues to rip. I'm gutted I never bought any of this on the weekend. I really wish I would have. What else have we got? BAT. Do you remember this? Basic attention token. This had a really, really big pump throughout Sunday and Monday. I don't know if you remember this or not. This is like one from last cycle.
I have no memory of that.
No. And then it's got another good pump today. It's up another 20%. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I saw it was up, so I just threw it on the watch list. I can't even remember, to be honest. I can't remember. Basic attention token. I remember BitBoy talking about it all the time. He loved that.
Oh, what's BitBoy up to now?
I don't know. I think he's a free man though, isn't he?
Oh,
I think.
Lucky lad.
Trump, I mean. Oh, we don't know, do we? This is the thing. We don't know. There's just an announcement coming. So it could be it could be anything. I should have gotten a Nobel Peace Prize. To be fair, I mean, he has brought peace to the Middle East. So Brave browser, that I used to use it, right? Oh, so it's a browser. Oh, interesting. Okay. Brave browsers, yeah. Apparently it is, yeah. Okay, so what is it? Is it like some sort of like decentralized browser? Is that what it is? If so, That is actually a really good idea, isn't it? I think, and I think it's something that's maybe a bit slept on. To be fair, if it's a decentralized search engine, because it's kind of something where I don't know exactly like why you would need the token for it, but in terms of just the decentralized search engine, it's actually a really good idea. I think, anyway. Yeah, privacy browser. You got a bat when using the browser. Oh, okay, nice. So it's like kind of like search to earn. Search
to earn.
Search to earn.
All of those to earn things are all just scams, though, aren't they?
Do you remember Steppen?
Or move to earn.
Oh, that thing was crazy, wasn't it? Should we have a look at that? Anyone obviously that was around for this was, I think this was 2022, weren't it, Steppen? I think.
Oh, it's going to be in the toilet now, isn't it?
It's only on one exchange.
Oh my god.
It's only on Mexi. This thing went berserk, didn't it? Look at this. It's just down only. But back in, I want to say 2022, I think, anyway. Oh my god, look how high up we have to go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is one of the craziest charts ever. Yes, the 2022. I remember
disgusting.
this well because this was
my dad bought some trainers for like 400 quid.
Yeah, because this basically like tied into the Pico top of it as Luna was collapsing. Because obviously it ran into, April and then start of May, and then that's obviously when it went tits up. But look at that. I mean, even just within the first couple of weeks, that is in the first like month or two. It was minus 80%. It is now down minus 90. And if I could get a proper read on it, yeah, round about 99.
Basically 100%.
Yeah, that is crazy, isn't it?
Christ, that's so grim.
That's
one thing that is never coming back. You can put that with Bored Apes.
You can't imagine it, can you? You can't imagine it. I mean, somehow it's still dumped even more. I mean, after all that dumping, it's still managed to go
70%.
Managed to go down 70% in a single day. How? How is there any tokens left to dump? Like, how? That's crazy. Okay, Bitcoin. Now we are getting a little pumpy on, aren't we? We're getting a little pumpy on. Oh yes. Go on then. It's what we like to see, innit?
What we at? 114. Not bad.
What have we got? Plug. Mate, you love Plug. My woo-woo guys are saying Trump will be talking crypto stablecoin, but Friday is not looking good. Oh, right, okay. So there's something coming tomorrow as well. So Trump's talking crypto stablecoins today, but tomorrow something's coming. What was the other one where you bought NFT trainers? That was it, Steppen. But there was
a competitor as well. There was another one that's a bit like it.
There was Steppen, and then wasn't it stinging in the game or something? GMT or something?
Oh, that rings a bell, yeah.
I think it had like another token tied to it, didn't it? Like, I can't remember what. Vivaldi browser without AI is also good. What is that, a privacy browser? Is it? Yeah. Not gonna lie, NFTs and crypto games were fun back then. Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? Walking. Yeah, Walking. That rings a bell. Yeah, Walking was that it was GMT, weren't it? I think
GMT is a token that's the move to earn. Just having a look now. There's also Sweat. Oh, 6-pack token.
GMT. How is that 1 million market cap? Is this a different one then, maybe? I mean, what market cap is Steppen? Let's see.
I've not found it yet.
So Steppen it's not even on coin market cap anymore. Unless that's it. And it's at 4K market cap. No, there's no way.
Well, They must have done like some kind of token thing with it, because there's Steppen Green Satoshi token on Solana, there's Steppen Green Satoshi token on BSC, and Steppen Green Satoshi token on ETH, all on CoinGecko.
Right.
So maybe they just split them all.
Yeah, I can't even remember. That walking rings a bell though. That kind of rings a bell. Bitcoin is now pushing back to the downside. Let's see, what are we getting on the stock market? So we've got the S&P, which is selling off after open.
Bitcoin's going down.
Yeah, Nvidia up 1%, Apple minus 0.5%, Meta down a third, Microsoft about level, Google at 1.5%, which is good. Google's doing well. Tesla up 0.2. So yeah, there we have it. I haven't loaded any Tesla ETF shorts yet.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, it's very early days on that front for me.
Yeah, this one's
not getting a lot bigger.
This one's not even gone past all-time high yet, has it? Really?
No.
I don't know if it will or not. I mean, look at Amazon. That was basically just like a perfect double top. Microsoft, that kind of looked like a blow-off top there, didn't it? Almost. On Microsoft, I don't know whether to add some more. Short exposure today. The problem is, because obviously we're on London Stock Exchange with that stuff, is it closes at 4:30, doesn't it? So 4:30 onwards, you have to watch US market happen, and then we can't do anything until day after.
You could use CFDs, can you?
You could do, yeah, but I just prefer the ETFs. It's just easy, isn't it?
Yeah. It is nice, isn't
it? Very nice. I think, anyway. Let's see what my...
I bought some S&P.
I don't know whether to close my Bitcoin trade or not. Do you think? I'm going to leave it open. Actually, I'm going to leave it open.
We're due a bit of up. I think we're going to go up.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it open. I'm not going to be a flip flopper. I'm going to leave it open, and if we manage to get back towards 116k, then that is actually a nice profit on my Bitcoin trade. So I'll be more than happy with that. But yeah, Steve? DM me. I want to know what's going. I'm going to DM you actually. I want to know what you supposedly know that's going on tomorrow. Let's see. But yeah, let's see. So what we we've basically gone through all my intervals that I planned out for the stream today. So
15 minutes to spare.
Yeah, we're well on time. We're well on time. I tell you what, I can't wait to. As soon as it gets to late November, I'm getting Santa hat on for every stream.
You're gonna get a little jacket as well.
Maybe I might do actually. Yeah, might do. So if we look at some liquidity, actually, obviously you can see we've got some nice juicy liquidity up above the highs that we are capped at currently, which is around 113,500, and then obviously liquidity all the way towards the current weekly highs, which is around 116k. If we go to the 1 week, as you can see, we come down, we grab some more liquidity before this morning on that dump. We did leave some behind, but you can see the juicy stuff is above 116k. So that would obviously be very nice to go and sweep. Apart from that, we're just kind of waiting, aren't we? We need like one extreme move, either a swipe down towards maybe like 109, 108, whatever, or a swipe up. So that's kind of what we're waiting for at the moment.
Which do you favour?
Swipe up.
Yeah.
Swipe up. I
think
think
it'd be the best option, wouldn't it? I think I think let's agree on that. Let's send it up.
I think what could happen is we scam up and then we just drift back down like throughout the rest of the week.
Chill weekend of just slow bleed.
Maybe, yeah. I could see something like, I mean, ideally to 116. What I would really love is just max, just pumpage up towards here, but because we do need to fill this in at some point. This is obviously just big inefficiency, so that needs to be filled in at some point. But you could definitely see a move maybe into 113 odd, moving towards 116. I don't know. It might be just something of nothing. This announcement might just be literally just something of nothing, couldn't it? It doesn't mean it's going to be anything majorly bullish or whatever. It could just be nonsense. I kind of don't know which way I'm swinging towards with it at the moment. What you would say is, though, price is very contracted. So we are going to get a pop at some point. So, either a full sweep of the lows, because on that low of this morning, we didn't actually come and take out the weekend low. So like a full sweep down towards 109. Or, obviously, a blow off in towards taking these wicks out at least. Basically, what we've drew out so far on stream is what I think is just the waiting game. But price is very contracted, and it seems like altcoins are just waiting, aren't they? Altcoins are just kind of waiting for the Bitcoin green light to go pop. That's what it seems like. But yeah, so literally just nothing has, everything that we looked at over the past couple of days, just nothing has moved. So all the plans remain the same, and we're just kind of in that patience point. I'll tell you what, AVAX has come back down to a good point. Obviously, that was doing incredibly well up until it sold off, of course.
I lost a bunch of that in that exchange that went under.
Which one?
Yield app.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had it in some high interest thing, and it all gone.
Yeah.
I get 500 quid back, which is worth about what, a quarter less than that of what it was worth at the time. So.
Oh, are you getting that back? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good.
I remember. I didn't have any money in it, but I did. They was hosting like an ICO type of launch thing on there, and I put like $100 into it, and I just couldn't even be arsed filing for it.
I did that as well. When you filed for it, you don't get any of that back.
Right.
That's gone. That money's gone.
Yeah. Oh well then.
I know some people that had like lots of savings in there.
Yeah, they were doing that, and then it was literally like a week later that they went under. So they fully well must have knew, surely.
Yeah.
Wow, raising for that. Anyway, this is what we're kind of used to in this market.
Yeah, it happens to everyone, doesn't it? At some point.
Yeah.
Has it happened to you yet? Properly.
In terms of what, like just being completely cleaned out?
Yeah.
Not in a sense from a platform, no. I've took
just from your own error.
Yeah, I took some heavy liquidations, like.
What's your worst liquidation?
Oh, when FTX, the night of FTX collapsing, I just kept longing, and refused to take the loss. Yeah, but I made a real error in that because I was on a bit of a hot streak, and I remember do you remember so when FTX was obviously when it all started unfolding, and then CZ come out and basically said that they were going to bail out FTX. Mm-hmm. Remember that
yeah,
point?
I remember that.
I made $3,000 within 5 minutes on that point and took it out. And then I basically just made the error of overtrading. So I tried longing 118k, that started falling through. and then I just tried longer and longer and longer on the way down. But yeah, I hadn't. Oh, hang on, what's happened here? Oof, seems like we took a big dump. Oh yeah, we are dumping. Oh, dumping. Oh, no, well, it's took all the fun out.
Fate.
Yeah. Now we're
well.
Yeah, so I just kept trying to front run the bounce and stuff. But I remember like I'd really like messed up my sleep schedule because I was on a hot streak, so like my sleep was all over the place and I wasn't thinking straight and stuff like that. So I just really fucked it up basically. So yeah, I remember actually. Yeah, on that point, I remember I had like a Matic short on from like near the top at like 130, and it went down to like 110 or something. I can't remember what it went down to, and then that's at the point when the market bounced because I made like I made like $3,000 on a trade in 5 minutes, like just so good. I remember Matic bounced back to like that point of 130, and I never re-shorted it. And I look back at now and thinking, if I'd have just focused on shorting that back down, I would have never tried to long Bitcoin, and I would have made loads of money. And yeah,
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. Yeah, nothing burger, probably. And the question is, what does the nothing burger lead into? Because typically, when we get nothing burgers, that is then a recipe for the market to then move and start liquidating people in it. I just think it's quite savage how they keep liquidating longs. After what happened on Friday, there's literally just been no let up for longs. As obviously we had this push back up here, but then we've literally just had people just getting chopped up left, right, and centre. It's actually quite savage. But this is the way of the market, isn't it? It just doesn't seem like it can get going, does it? It just doesn't seem like it can get going. Do you think that there is a call for dropping maybe into the 90s, or are you kind of not on board with that?
I think if we do that, then it's over.
I would say so. I do think though that CME gap at 92 would lead to a good bounce. You know, long in above 90 on that closure of the CME gap could easily yield like a 10% bounce at least. But I am not a fan.
It'd be a good risk reward at that point, wouldn't it? But
yeah,
I wouldn't be lumping mass spot back in. Not a chance.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of thinking about it going down into the. Are we dumping on the stock market or something? Is this what's driving it down? Yeah, so this is. But the thing is, this is dumping very minor. Like, we're in a position again where Bitcoin is just negatively correlated to the stock market, where the stock market goes up and Bitcoin does nothing, and the stock market goes down and Bitcoin goes down. Like, that's the point of where we are currently. Just complete decorrelation. Unless it's to the downside. But yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed today's stream. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please do drop a like. Please subscribe as well. If you're new around here, subscribe. Go live every single day. And yeah, come and join me. Thank you to SMFC. Of course, anyone that wants to join Stonksy, the link is in the description. You do get full indicator access, oscillator access, Discord access, and access to the trading bot. We do currently have just the one offer on at the moment with bot 20, so that's on this one. So you put the code bot20 in on the monthly one at checkout, and that gets you 20% off your first month. Apart from that, we don't have any offers on at the moment. We did have obviously bigger offers on these two, but we don't have them on anymore. If you are interested in getting lifetime annual and you're watching the stream, if you drop us an email in or message the X account and say you're watching the stream, I can give you a personalized discount on the lifetime annual if you're interested in getting either of them. But yeah,
do you get commission on them?
On what?
Well, ones that you refer through the stream.
No.
Oh, you want to talk to Jordan about that?
No. To be fair, I suppose that it goes. It would have to run quite deep then, wouldn't it?
Well, what do you mean run quite deep? You hand out codes, you can see.
Well, then it will. Well, what if I sign people up to BLOFIN then as well?
Oh, right. Okay, I see what
You
you're
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
And then,
Yeah, nah, you're chancing your arm now a bit, are you?
I mean, I'm all up for it for sure. I'll say it's your idea. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Obviously, we'll see what comes in tonight. The Discord should be nice and active tonight, so you've got a couple of hours to get in there if you're not in there. So sign up to Stonksy. And yeah,
I'm
it
not
should
going
be
to be there this
interesting to
evening.
see what we've got coming from Trump in literally 5 hours from now. Well, 5 hours and 5 minutes. But yeah, thanks very much. Catch you all later. Bye bye. Thank you very much for coming on, Dean.
No problem. I'll see you in a bit.